Hi guys, it's Joe again from Acklam Car Centre. Today I'm trying out the beautiful new generation Defender 90, the Carpathian edition. Now this is a V8 supercharged engine producing 525 brake horsepower. And this being the 90 model, it's the two-door version, short wheelbase. I mean, already I started this morning and a cold start on this car. This car sounds incredible. Now obviously with the V8 under the hood, it's absolutely tremendous. I want to take it out on the road, see how it twists and turns and what the power's like. I know the sound already is incredible. The sort of interior features, the finish is absolutely brilliant. It's super luxurious. It's not your normal rugged sort of Defender that you'd expect, if that makes sense. It's a lot of money, but you get exactly what you pay for. And this one being the Carpathian edition, remember they only come in three colours, your white, black and this satin grey colour, which looks absolutely unbelievable. You've then got the upgraded 22-inch alloy wheels, and then them beautiful hyper blue brake calipers make all the difference. Obvious things like the V8 badging, the black bonnet, the black boot. There's features on the car which stand out completely. So you know straight away that this is not just an ordinary Defender. This one's got the new version of the Infotainment System, which is so much easier to use. The screen's 11.4 inches in size. It's massive, to be fair, sat right bang in the middle there. And then all the other features like your heated seats, and then this has got the ventilated seats. There's lots of Alcantara, the steering wheel for the start. But the car's beautiful, so I'm going to start off now. Capabilities of this car is absolutely phenomenal. It's got 3D camera system on this, as in the full 360 view cameras, and then you have the off-road camera system as well, so you can see literally what's underneath you. So if you are going to go off-roading, it does brilliant on-road and off-road. For me, it's the way the car sounds. It's, if you can hear it purring in the background, it's fabulous. What a car, that supercharged engine, you can hear it. It's constantly purring. The specification, the car's fully loaded. If you can see behind me, got the full panoramic tilt and sliding glass roof on this one, which you can slide back, not on a day like today when it's raining. But then you've got the quarter windows as well, so there's so much light coming in, it's unbelievable. It feels very airy. Obviously I'm sat so high up as well, so visibility is brilliant. There's no blind spots whatsoever. Another feature on this car, which I think is absolutely out of this world, it's got the inside rear view mirror as well. So where you see the interior mirror, you can see a normal version where it just looks right behind you and that wheel's in the way sometimes. Because the fifth wheel on this car, on the back, that's attached to the boot lid, is a full size 22-inch. But with the inside rear view mirror, you can see exactly what's behind you because there is a camera attached to the aerial signal at the top of the hood. And that is a brilliant feature, if I may say so myself. With it being short wheelbase, I believe this car handles absolutely perfectly. Take it around the corner, it's very accurate, the steering's brilliant. It's the power, it's the sound. 525 brake horsepower is a lot of power in an SUV. Okay, it's not a Range Rover Sport SVR, I understand that, but that's not what you're buying. You're buying a Defender. This is a monster. It genuinely is a monster. It feels amazing. Like I said, this corner just it takes it. I mean, is there a little bit of body roll? Yes, there's gonna be. It's a four-wheel drive, but it's elevated. It's higher than any other four-wheel drive out there. It's higher than the Range Rover Sport. So. But with a tuned suspension and with what they've done to it, they've done a cracking job. Because that is a brilliant, brilliant sound. I love it. And as I'm driving right now, this car has a heated steering wheel. It's a cold morning, the heated steering wheel's on this beautiful Alcantara steering wheel, and it feels nice and warm under my hands. The front and rear heated windscreen are on, so again, it won't mist up, it'll just clear because it's built-in wire mesh lines into the windscreen. Going back to the steering wheel, this is an upgraded version. It's got like, I don't know what it is really, because I want to say it feels like metally, but it also feels like, it's got like a graphite texture to it. It finished in black, a matte finish, which again looks very sporty. Obviously your voice control and your cruise control, but then you have adaptive cruise control. Now with the adaptive cruise control, which is a great feature, it's something that I use quite often if I've got it in one of the cars, is when you set the cruise control on a normal car, you're doing your 70 miles an hour or 60 miles an hour, and then if the traffic slows down in a normal cruise control, you got to intervene and put your foot on the brake. With the adaptive cruise control stop and go version, when you set it, you can set it so you have 1 car length, 2 car length, 3 car length, and the car in front, as he or she slows down, so will this car. because of traffic, obviously. As they pick up again, so will this car, and it'll catch up back up to 70 miles an hour and it'll keep that same distance all the way through. So really on most of your journey, you could just leave the cruise control on and just literally steer. Rest assured the car will take care of the rest. The other thing which is first on the Defender, especially on the Carpathian edition, is the paddle shift. Whilst paddle shift's quite normal on the SVRs and the Vogues and the SVOs, on the Defender it wasn't available. So the paddle shift's good because you can leave it in a lower gear and rev all the way through, which is nice. Remember the gearbox is an 8-speed gearbox, and again, it's almost as if the car knows exactly what gear you want to be in at the right time, every time. The gear change is so smooth. You don't actually know it's changing gears. The only time you realise it's changing gears is when the revs drop in effect. But it's that accurate. You know, sometimes you get cars that'll go through the gears and it'll rev out too long, or it'll change too quickly and not give you enough power to go up a hill and stuff, or when you're at a junction. This one has no problems with that whatsoever. It's magical, really. It's brilliant. It really is an exciting car. And then you've got lots of leather. Obviously the seats are half leather interior and half Alcantara suede. But then you have leather on the top dash, the door cards as well, the upgraded sound system, the Meridian surround sound system, which is so much better than your standard sound system. The Carpathian edition also gives you air suspension, which means the ride quality is absolutely brilliant. I'm doing 63 miles an hour right now. I'm on a straight road, so it's irrelevant, but when you go on corners and the bumps on the road, it takes it all in stride, no problem at all. Fabulous. The 90 edition, obviously, is the two-door version. But before I started this video, I said to my kids, I said, just jump in the back, see what you think. And I got them with them, so to make sure you can sit free in there comfortably. You will be absolutely flabbergasted with the amount of space that is in the rear. There's lots and lots of it, ample amount. And because it's elevated and it's off the ground, there's no tunnel, you know, in between the two seats in the corner. So the middle passenger can sit there comfortably with lots of leg space and certainly lots of head space as well. I just find this car fascinating because sometimes you look at an SUV like this and you think, you know what, it shouldn't work. A V8 supercharger in a two-door SUV, it shouldn't work. It doesn't make sense in many ways. But absolutely this car does, because it puts a smile on your face. Not everyone's like me. Not everyone has 5 kids. They don't need a 7-seater SUV. Some people just want a good SUV, so they're high up. It's something really special, and this car certainly ticks every single box. From the handling to the power to the sound, the gadget and gizmos, when it's full of it, it's got everything. Your normal sort of media side of stuff, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, the navigation, Bluetooth, you've got all that obviously. USBs, USCs, in the right in the back in the boot you've got a 3-pin plug there as well. Do you think the car's great? It is absolutely phenomenal, to be fair. It's magnificent. I didn't know what to expect because I've never had a long journey in one. That is incredible. It's perfect. It's absolutely brilliant. And it's really high. I don't know what you're driving or what you've got, or if you've got a Range Rover Sport or even a Vogue, which are pretty big cars. This is higher. I feel so much higher. And I don't know why, but I feel better. I always said that. I like to be high up. The other thing, before I got on the car, I thought, you know what, with it having 22-inch wheels on the car, it's going to change the ride, it's going to be hard, it's going to be noisy. I'm absolutely wrong, because it isn't. It's perfect. It's specially designed for the Carpathian. You can't get the 22-inch wheels in any other. The thing which I haven't touched on, but I'm going to mention it now, which I use all the time, the heads-up display. So if you have been watching this, it's very rare I've been looking down at how fast I'm going or what I'm doing, or what the speed limit is on this particular road. But as I'm looking through the windscreen, the heads-up display does that for me. I can see exactly how fast I should be going, how fast I am going. If a call was to come through right now, I could pick it up, I can see who's calling me and take it. If I had the navigation set up, it'd show me which way to go, left, right, and how many miles are left to go to my destination. So it's a very useful thing, the heads-up display. Makes all the difference. For me, this is a very modern 2022 SUV with a power, with a sound. and all the great features you'd expect. Trying to get hold of a Carpathian in today's market is like gold dust. Well, you can't get one. The waiting list is ridiculous. So the fact that at Acklam Car Centre we can offer such a car, where it's available, ready to collect, don't miss out. It's one of them cars, once you've had one and you've driven one for a long period of time, you'll adore it. It's them type of cars you'll think, it looks incredible. From the outside, it just looks like a complete tank. If that's the type of person you are, you like that type of thing. Because not everyone needs an SUV, I understand that. And not everyone needs a big V8 power, 525 brake horsepower. But if that's you, try one. Because trust me, you'll absolutely love it.